abnormally hot and dry weather over several years, with poor agricultural practices and economic depression, created conditions for the Dust Bowl. In 1935, the Soil Conservation Act recognized the wastage of soil and moisture resources is a menace to the national welfare. September 22, 1948, the Pennington County Soil Conservation District is officially organized with 8 active townships. Reasons for forming included drainage, weed eradication, crop management, pasture improvements, and conservation education. 1949, the first outstanding conservationist was C.H. Toomey. Outstanding conservationists are recognized each year. In the 1950s, the district purchased new equipment for field work. In 1951, the district purchased a TD-14 with dozer and scraper. In 1953, they obtained their first tree planter. Most 1950s projects involved ditching or tree planting. In the 1960s, the district made outreach and conservation tours. ASCS cost-shared $92,000 for stock water pits, drainage, and ag waste systems in 1960. In 1961, the first district fair booth was created. Look for the fair booth each year. In 1964, district hosted an air tour of conservation projects. In 1967, the district's name officially changed. In 1967, the district also sponsored the first Long Lake camper and continued to sponsor campers each year. 1969 saw the purchase of survey equipment, expanding engineering capabilities. Survey equipment continues to improve. Many 1960s projects still involve ditching or tree planting. In the 1970s, state cost share for projects was created and the first banquet to recognize landowners. 1971, Herman and Gilia Christofferson won the first Rural Beautification Award. Rural beautification winners are selected every year. In 1972, the first annual district banquet was held. 1975, the district hosted their first poster contest. The poster contest is hosted each year. 1976, the soil survey began in Pennington County and was completed in 1980. 1977, Barb started working for the district and is still here in 2023. 1978, state cost share became available to address resource concerns. Sidewater inlet structures address field ditch erosion. In 1978, JD 30, 18, and 13 was cleaned and 93 structures installed to reduce erosion. In 1979, the Rainfall Monitor program began with 4 volunteers and continues in almost 21 townships. The district continued to survey and design projects. Wildlife ponds were a popular practice in the 1970s and 1980s. Wildlife ponds are visible on aerial imagery today. In the 1980s, the soil survey was completed and CRP signups began. 1981, the district began donating Arbor Day trees to all county kindergartners. The Arbor Day tradition carries on today. 1981, the district hosted its first annual conservation essay contest. 1983, the district sponsored the Northwest FFA Soil Judging Contest. In 1983, the district had a float in the St. Hilaire Centennial Parade promoting the tree program. 1984, the first distribution ceremony was held for the soil survey. In 1987, over 71,000 acres of CRP were contracted in Pennington County. In the 1990s, special project dollars became available, partnering with Red Lake Watershed District and City to complete stream bank projects. In 1991, 1,200 feet of bank stabilized on the west side of the Thief River Falls Dam. In 1992, the well sealing program began. Well sealings remain popular today. In 1992, 600 feet of bank was stabilized at Centennial Park. In 1992, 300 feet of bank was stabilized at the golf course. In 1993, the district began administering the County Shoreland Ordinance. 1994, 1,054 feet of bank was stabilized on the east side of the Thief River Falls Dam. In 1994, 600 feet of bank was stabilized at the St. Hilaire Cemetery. In 1994, the first annual Envirothon was hosted at Agassiz National Wildlife Refuge. 1994 and 1995, 850 feet of bank was stabilized at the golf course. In the 1990s, the district also celebrated their 50th anniversary. 1995 began monitoring observation wells and continue monitoring today. In 1996, 280 feet of bank was stabilized at Lefebvre Beach. 1996, the district sponsored its first Science Fair Award. In 1997, the office was moved to 201 Sherwood Avenue. In 1997, the district resloped 2,140 feet of County Ditch 1. In 1997, the fishing pier and canoe landing were completed. In 1998, the district celebrated the 50th anniversary. In 1998, the 50th anniversary pontoon tour of projects. In 1998, the first annual Pennington SWCD Outdoor Education Day. 1998 saw the first annual well testing clinic. 1998 began surface water monitoring. In the 2000s, the district saw more stream bank projects and youth education events. In 2002, it was the first annual Northwest Minnesota Water Festival. In 2002, 1,200 feet of ditch was stabilized by a rock chute. In 2002, 900 feet of stream bank was stabilized along the Red Lake River. In 2004, 450 feet of bank was stabilized at the golf club parking lot. 2006, the first tree matting was completed by the district. In 2006, the district assisted with the grassed waterway that was over 1 mile long. In 2006, the district established subsurface sewage treatment systems program. Grant funds are available for qualified candidates to replace failing septic systems. In 2008, it was the 60th anniversary project tour. In the 2010s, we saw clean water funds become available for more projects and planning for the One Watershed, One Plan. In 2010, 700 feet of bank was stabilized along Jerome Street. In 2012, 300 feet of stream bank stabilized along the Thief River. In 2013, 365 feet of grassed waterway was created with stabilizing structure at the outlet. In 2014, the district established the Aquatic Invasive Species Program. 2014 also saw completion of the Al Gustafson Memorial Rain Garden. In 2016 through 2021, the district installed 43 sidewater inlets and 15 acres of buffers along CD 96, 21, and 16 to address erosion. In 2017, 170 feet of bank was stabilized at Golf Course Green, number 5. 2018, the district provided technical and financial assistance to landowners required to install buffers. In the 2020s, the district saw clean water funds, which allowed increased staffing capacity to develop and maintain district programs and landowner projects. In 2020, 900 feet of ditch bank was stabilized in CD 96 Phase 1 project. 2020 also saw the establishment of a cooperative weed management area. 2021, the district partnered with Northland Community and Technical College to complete ditch outlet analysis using a drone with LiDAR. 2022 saw the development of a weed management cost share program. In 2022, the district stabilized 360 feet of bank along the Greenwood Street Bridge. And in 2022, 335 feet of bank were stabilized across from the Oakland Park. 2023 One Watershed, One Plan planning efforts are completed for all watersheds in Pennington County. The One Watershed, One Plan partnerships can provide cost share on practices to address resource concerns. The Soil Water Conservation District Tree Program remains in high demand for tree sales, planting and matting service, and tubes. The district now offers a tree planting cost share program for qualified landowners. Pennington SWCD has been assisting landowners with conservation for 75 years. We look forward to serving Pennington County for years to come.